Hello all. I'd like to speak to you about my 24 pin harness here. This is a male and female harness. I do sell it for $15 each, USD. Shipping is extra. This allows for anyone to take any vendor's dash, any year, and be able to make their dash plug and play. How this works is simple. You have wires that are connected to the sensory inputs of the dash, such as water temp, speed, RPM tach, oil pressure, car ignition, battery ground, battery power, and all comes through. I solder my wires, but how you attach it is up to you. With heat shrink is how I do it. This fuse is readily available at any auto parts store. This is sold separately, not by me. You have to buy that separately. And as you can also see, I have labels here. Now these labels I do supply, and they allow for you to know what wire goes where. This here is my new main module, version 2. I also use these labels here so I know which one of these power wires are actually for what board. In case there ever happens to be a problem, it's easier to troubleshoot that way. Now with this harness, you also have a matching male or female end, depending on which way you want to go, to the same color wires as the way I do it. But I also label the wires as well, as you can see. And this end goes to your car inputs. Now that wires right there would attach to the factory wiring harness inside the car. That does, again, give you the sensory inputs, such as, again, tach, engine speed, oil pressure, engine temperature, and so on. Power and ground, of course, to give the power to the dash. And let's see exactly what it looks like when you get it. Over here, this is it right here. That's all it is. 18 gauge wires, all black, true 18 gauge wires. And as you can see, we have a male end, and then we have a female end. It comes with you already pre-stripped. I do that for you. I also hot glue all the wires into the plug. And I do that for the simple fact that, in my experience throughout the years, when you push two plugs together, sometimes the other side, or one of the sides, will actually push apart and will cause an intermediate problem or a problem that you have to troubleshoot. And frankly, that's not good. Here's the labels I was telling you about. These are peel and stick labels. I pre-print these for you. You do get a couple blank ones that you can write down with a ballpoint pen. And you can label it whatever you wish. As you can see, it writes just fine, and it does not rub away. I also give you a piece of paper with a diagram on top giving you pin numbers as well as what you want it to do. Now I made this one up for myself for the dash I just showed you. The colors you would actually fill in yourself, but this just gives you an overall view, an idea of pre-planning in order to make the wiring harness and have it plug and play. Now let me show you what it looks like in action. Okay, so here we have a dash that wants to be placed inside a vehicle, and we have all the wires required to make it operate that are connected inside the vehicle. You have a plug. You want to place the dash into the vehicle, plug it in, and there you go. As simple as that. That is how easy it is to get your dash in and out of your car. Sometimes people have to remove their steering wheel. Depending on what vendor setup you have for fiberglass, also may require for you to take the steering pod off of the dash. But this works with any vendor. Also works with any season dash setup you may have. And don't think for 1 second this is only for the dash. It's not. You also have an upper console that would do the same thing. You have buttons, switches, electronics, as well inside the upper console. Instead of holding it up while you're trying to wire it one by one, or have bungee cords doing it, you can actually use one plug inside the car, one plug in the upper console, wire it up, there you go. Plug it in, screw the center console, upper console in, that's it. You're done. That is how simple it is. It's all about making it simple. And it doesn't matter what year or season dash you have, as I said before, because this dash is from 1990. So there is no limitations on what year electronics came out. That is all. If you guys have any questions, let me know.